Okay, so welcome back to Hot Girl Hot Take. Hot girls don't read smut. Step into my kitchen. Listen, I don't know you. I don't know your life. Do what you need to do. Literally no judgment from me. Maybe like an ounce of judgment, because sometimes I'm like, what are we doing out here? You know what I mean? And what I mean by this is, I think there is such power in living into the subtlety and the subtle electricity of human interactions. And I think it's becoming kind of a lost art. And we're becoming desensitized. And could it be that as we're consuming media that's really sensational, we have these unrealistic expectations of encounters? I also feel that could it be that as a result, we're feeling less of a need to have these encounters be in person and be interpersonal and to be real, that we are able to have gratification with very little risk. And it's so much easier to find ourselves lost in a fantasy story to get what we want. But also these stories aren't even, well, I will say, I don't know, because I haven't read it, but I just imagine from any kind of fictional book that I have read that I'm like, oh, that was too saucy for me, even though my friend was like, it's clean. I'm like, ah. I will also say, I've chosen to make a covenant in the house of the Lord to live what we call the law of chastity, which is a higher, holier law of purifying my life. And as I've sought to purify my life in every way, what I'm eating, consuming, my habits, it opens me up for creation and for the divine power, like another flavor and level of godly influence and power to be in my life. And the invitation is for everyone to be able to experience that. It's so powerful, guys. Anyway, so now I'm out here being like, whoa, especially in my faith community, I feel like there's so much heaviness around men viewing porn, but then women reading smut. And I feel like, isn't that to the same end? And in fact, aren't men maybe even less on the chopping block here? Because oftentimes boys are exposed to pornography when they're really young and they're developing, and it becomes addiction before they even really know what's going on. Whereas a woman going to pick up an erotic novel, that's like a very conscious choice, and isn't the result of an addiction and a frontal lobe that's shrunk because it's not getting the GABA protein that's produced when your body receives healthy amounts of dopamine. Did you know this? That what happens with addiction, when you get natural sources of dopamine, your body produces also a GABA protein. But when you're getting these like synthetic or like intense hits of dopamine, your body stops producing that GABA protein, and your frontal lobe literally shrinks, and it takes 2 years for your frontal lobe to grow back. Anyway, I just want to say that for any of these gals out here that are seeking to live the law of chastity and are seeking to purify your eyes and your mind and your body, you're not alone. Me too. I think it's really hot. I think hot girls don't read smut, and I think hot girls don't watch shows that are basically the equivalent, and hot girls are out here seeking to be virtuous women, and virtue is a real substance, a spiritual substance that is available when we live into a principled life, or we become alive in Christ, or alive in holy things. Freaking slay. So anyway, hot girl hot take. That's my thought. that's part of my thought. So yeah. All right, yeah. Okay. Do what you want.